Hey everyone, it's Joe, the 50 something Dasher, with another daily recap video. Today is Thursday, February 8th, and to put it simply, I took an L today. So today was a loss, um, but it is what it is. Very disappointing day, and I'll get to the biggest thing here in a minute. Um, but I started very early, 3:52 in the morning, and got an order right away. Right second I logged on, I got this order. So um, maybe there wasn't another Dasher logged in at that particular time, or it had been passed around. I don't know. Um, but this order right here isn't as bad as it initially looks. I took it 759.3 miles, but you see, basically all I'm doing is going down to the sheets, going three and a half miles down to get that, and practically delivering. You see where the customer is. It's practically like I'm coming back home. So I just went down to Sheets, grabbed that order, delivered that. It delivered to the homes across from the hospital, and then I just came home. I probably mentioned this before, but in the very early mornings, like, before, say, like 7 o'clock in the morning, a lot of times if I'm dashing in these hours here, I'll come home between orders, just because of what happened this morning. Perfect example. So that was it. So I got that offer at 3:52. Um, I didn't get another. So I came home. I didn't get another offer until 4:33, and this was a decline. $10, 13 miles going out to Obet's, or Lockbourne. Take your pick, whatever. I don't know. Maybe I could have taken that one, but I just, at that particular time, I wasn't interested in going out of zone. So I declined that. Another decline. And you see here, this is almost an hour later. So now we're at 5:20. So I just sat here, um, doing some various different things. We got a trip coming up in a couple weeks. I'll talk more about that as it gets closer, but I was doing a little bit of research for that. I was putting together another video for this channel, and doing some various different things while I was waiting. I declined this. This is actually, you see here, this is picking up that's not even in my zone. This Wait a minute. Okay, so that's, and this is even, I didn't even pay attention to this when I got this over this morning, but this is picking up at the Obet's McDonald's. So this is an out of zone pickup, out of zone delivery for $11. No thanks. I mean, don't you have any Obet's drivers right now? Next up, decline. Third decline in a row. This, I waited about 15 minutes, got another decline. And I looked at this, $10, almost 17 miles. And this is north of downtown. And I saw this and I was like, what is this? What is this, delivering to the fairgrounds, or where is this at? So I kind of, before this timer ran out, I was able to blow up. I just barely blew this up before it ran out. It's going to campus area, and as far as I can ever remember, this is my all the thousands of, I've done over 2,000 deliveries, and however many more declines that I've had in that whole entire time. It's the first time I've ever gotten an offer going to OSU campus area. So yeah, that was pretty crazy. And I don't, even though it's early in the morning, I still don't want any part of Ohio State campus. I don't want to touch that. If this had been like a $40 plus catering order or something like that, maybe I would have done it. But for anything like less than that, $10 order, I'm not touching that area. Thank you, but no thanks. Coming up next, a decline. And this was like almost an hour later. So I delivered, I go like practically 3 hours or whatever without doing an order. Because that first one was at like 3 something in the morning, 3:50, whatever it was. And then now here I declined like 4 orders. The last one's at 6:22. And I had pretty much given up at this point. I'm staying here in the apartment, and I'm gonna decline these bad orders, and I'm just staying in here until I get something. Not even gonna bother to go out and go closer to the restaurants or anything. But yeah, I'm not obviously not taking a $3 order. I declined all the other ones. Why would I take $3? So I started getting tired, and I'd already been doing enough stuff as it was on the. I got tired of being on this computer, so I ended up laying down on the couch. I didn't want to lay down in bed because I had all my clothes on, my shoes, and everything. So I laid down on the couch instead, and I'm like half asleep. Whenever my next order came in, that was going to wake me up. So I didn't worry about if I was going to fall asleep or not because the alert sound would wake me. But so I finally got an offer that I took 16 minutes later, $5, 3.4 miles, Tim Hortons. So okay, finally, thank you. An order that kind of halfway makes sense. So I took this. Get to Tim Hortons, and I think for the second day in a row, the doors are locked. But this time, or I'm sorry, yesterday, the sign was showing that the lobby was closed, but the doors were actually open. I talked about that in the video. Today, it was the opposite. The sign was the chicken is back side. So, meaning the doors are supposed to be open. So I park, I go up to the doors are locked. So, you know, very frustrating. So I come around to the drive through, and so here's my timer. The picture of it took me 7 minutes wait time on this order until I got helped at the speaker. So in that 7 minutes I had to wait behind two other cars, drove up to the speaker, sat at the speaker a minute or so. So it was 7 minutes before welcome to Tim Hortons, can I help you? So and then here is the order, which it's just a coffee and a pack of Timbits. So this, I knew something was kind of wrong here because this isn't an offer that or an order that would take very long. Long story short, the worker lady was in there by herself. She's the only one working in there. So she, when you got up to the speaker, she'd take your order. Then she made the order and gave it to the person, checked the person out at the window. She's doing everything. So, and then until she completely finished that customer, she wouldn't get on the speaker to take the next customer's order. But I got this order right at the 10-minute mark. So even still, with her being in there alone, I still got it right at 10 minutes. I go to the delivery. I kind of got confused on the address. I thought I knew what I was doing and recognized the street number, and I thought it was the hospital, but it wasn't. And once I realized it was a business before you get to the hospital, so I kind of, I passed technically the entrance. I drove in through the exit. And I got to, I pulled up in front of the door. I had to, it was kind of weird. I had to pick up a landline phone and call a security guard and wait for him. Then they had this revolving door that he had to scan his badge and me to go through the revolving door, hand him the order, and then he had to scan his badge again for me to get out. It was a little bit kind of tricky delivery, but um, and then, so I stayed parked in that parking lot for a couple minutes, went and checked on my customer ratings while I was waiting, and discovered that I got a brand new 2-star customer rating today. So thank you very much. And there's a lot more to this story, a new development. I'm going to be posting a customer ratings update with a new DoorDash policy from what I found out today. So I'm going to record that video right after this one. That video will come out Saturday, so definitely check that video out for some new news that I found out today. 2-star. I mean, I guess it's better than a 1-star, but still just irritating. Next was, oh, okay, this was a decline. 475 to, and I normally I would have taken this, but and how much longer? So this was only and I hadn't even picked it up yet here. So we're talking only like 10 minutes later after I delivered or whatever that I got this, and chances are she was still going to be the only one working there. And there was, when I left after getting my order, there was like 6 or 8 cars in the drive-through line. So no, I wasn't going to mess with this. That I need to give that location more time for other workers to get there before I go back and try another order. So no way was I taking this. Um, so that was 724. 3 minutes later, I get this Meyer order, $9, 5 miles, 12 items. I got tired of waiting prior to this, and I went to Meyer. Actually, I was, now I remember, I was just walking in the Meyer store when I declined the Tim Hortons. And then I was actually in the bathroom when I got this order. so, hey, I'll go ahead and take it. I'm already there inside the store. So I took this. And so it ended up only being 5 different items because 7 of the 12 was bananas. So we're only 5 things to shop for. So the 7 bananas and the 2 packs of water, and then just you see, I just had to substitute the chips for a different size, but it's a pretty easy order. Um, and then so I delivered that at 7:53. There's the pay, 6.25, $3 tip, or 9.25 on that. Let's bust out the rest of these orders. I got that second video to do. I took this. Now enough time has passed. I felt I could go ahead and take this order. And so $6, 5.7 miles. I went ahead and took it. And it was funny. Now there was like 3 or 4 of them when I went in there, and the one lady from earlier, when she saw me, she was like, "Hey, you were here earlier when I was by myself." She's like, they must have you, really working today. And so I had a little bit of wait on this one, 2 or 3 minutes, but the customer got a like some kind of Red Bull. forget what it was actually called, the title of it. But it's just like I asked the guy, did you just pour a can of Red Bull in the cup, and is that all this is? And he said, well, we just add like a little bit of syrup to it, but essentially it's just a can of Red Bull. So Tim Hortons is buying up Red Bull and just like reselling it to customers, just adding a little bit of syrup, and it's kind of weird, but um, so I deliver this it's going to a health building off of this 104. So I've delivered there many times. And I wasn't going to take a picture of the pay on this uh, order until I saw the 59-cent tip. So I took a picture of that. And so 550 from DoorDash. So this, I don't know, maybe this got passed around a couple dashers or something. It might have started off as a $2.59 order and got passed around 2 or 3 times. But again, I said this before. I'll continue to say it. If you're, a customer watching this video, if you don't want to tip $1, if your plan is to tip less than $1, just don't leave any tip at all. Just if you're gonna tip at least like $1, but anything less than that, just don't even leave a tip. 'Cause I don't understand what the point is of leaving a 59-cent tip. I really don't. But I talk about that in my video where I talk about tipping, so you can, if you haven't already seen that. Now I'm on my way home, and I actually got home. I had, after that previous order, I just pretty much given up. I'd given up on the day, and I was gonna come home, and of course my wife's off today, so we're about to leave here shortly and go do some shopping. But I told her I'm just gonna come home, and I'm gonna I'm probably not going to get any decent offers. I'll decline like 4 offers and then shut the app down. That was the plan. So I put something in the air fryer to cook for breakfast, and as soon as I hit the start button on the air fryer, I get this offer. I said I'm not taking anything unless it's like 25, $30. I'm just going to decline everything. And boom, I get a $24 order. So I take it, and once I seen that it was like a whole bunch of items, then my wife decides to throw on, some stuff to wear real quick, and then to go with me to help me for this order. So scrambles around, throws something on. We fly out the door. We start going to Meijer. And so here's half of the list here. Just, pretty much just general type of stuff. Here's the other half of the list. The only thing that was tricky, and I don't know if it's on these 2 screenshots. I don't see them. Yeah, it's not on these screenshots. But this customer had 2 bags of Meijer Valentine's snacks. There was a trail mix and pretzels, like chocolate covered pretzels. And they were clear over on the GM side, the Action Alley over there. There was very little on the grocery Action Alley. There was very little Valentine's candy. Most all of it was on the GM side. So once we did all our shopping, we had to go clear over there. We found the items pretty easily, and then was able to check out. While now, before we even got into the store, though, back up a little bit, that stacked this $8.84 my order, only an additional 3 miles, 13 items. So now I took this and I only took it because my wife was with me. So I wasn't gonna shop. I wasn't gonna go from 30 items to now 43 items and hassling with trying to push around two shopping carts. That customer A, that was a full shopping cart. The whole thing was full. I had stuff on the bottom of the cart, so that I would have had to push and pull a cart. And but since my wife was with me, like I said, I could take this order, and I could now do it. And I don't have the list for customer B. But there wasn't anything tricky in that list. So here is the time. I took a screenshot of when we were finished shopping. So it took about 45 minutes. So um, time wise, this wasn't the best order in the world. I mean, because you figure let's just say like well, let's just say an hour to get there, and the 45-minute shopping, so that's an hour, and then the two deliveries, that was at least, I don't know, 30 minutes, something like, you bare minimum an hour and a half, might have been a little bit longer, where I made like $32. So not that's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Next was, well, here's the times right here. Okay, so when was the first offer? Was it okay? So 8:57. Let's just say 9 o'clock is when I got the offer. Okay, so we delivered customer A, that finished, delivered and everything at 10:17. $14 and $10 customer tip. Awesome. 10:26 was customer B delivered. So an hour and a half, basically. 320. This one only 325 from DoorDash, 559 tip. So, and then now we're heading home, and the plan was again to decline 4 offers unless I was up for doing one more order. My wife said that was okay, and so we're almost to home, and I get this come across 1450. Um, no, I do, we're a little bit further. I forgot about this. This was a decline, a little bit farther away from home, but 1450, 12.7 miles, going back east the way we just came from. So I declined this in 12 items. I went ahead and declined this. Then the order that, so we got something much better. We drove just a little bit further. This is the one where we were close to home. Actually, where was I at on this one? Okay, so okay, I was on 665. I see. So I was trying. We were not yet back into zone yet on this first one. Then I get back into zone. Get very close to home, almost to turn into our complex, and then I get this. This is much better. 1225, 7 miles, only 4 items from our Dollar General. So we went ahead and took this. Um, Here is the list on it. Pretty easy. I had my wife go inside the store with me, so that with her, I didn't need a shopping cart. So I carried the two 12 packs. She carried these 2 boxes of chicken broth. Easy. We that previous double Meyer order took us 45 minutes. This took 1 minute. We had this shopped in 1 minute flat. Then here's the payout on that. I made sure to, before I even deliver that, to select the pause after delivery because I was done for the day. And so $5.25 from DoorDash, $7 tip. So good order there to end the dash with. And so here is the final summary. My total dash time was 7 hours, 15 minutes. I was active 3.5 hours. So half of the dash was downtime. And part of that I was half asleep on the couch. Uh, and 7 deliveries made 72.93. So it wasn't that bad. It started out like really 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 bad, but it didn't finish all that bad. Um, I drove 78 miles, so just like 5 miles over goal, so did pretty good on miles. I forgot to mention my miles in yesterday's video in case anybody's keeping score. It was 128 miles yesterday, so I left that out. Now at 2,607 deliveries. Following this dash, my acceptance rate is now 74%. And thank you very much for the 2-star rating, now at a 4.87 customer rating. Again, I just saw that today, so there's a chance it could fall off or get changed to an exclusion later on today or tomorrow. But if by the weekend it's still on there, then I'm stuck with it. But anyway, let's go see why Chewbacca's barking now. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Check out my other videos. And we will see you next time. Don't forget to check out Saturday's video. Thanks again for watching.